And now it's time for study time. And in tonight's study, it's the study of the Little Papi and Day of the Bus. That's right, little Pete. Now, you know the mammy? Well, the mammy and the pappy were talking earlier about lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of things. And the pappy said, Mammy, tonight's story will be the story of the little pappy and Day of the Bus. And the mammy went, Yay! Yay, pappy! A story! And he went, That's right, Mammy. Now, when the little pappy was a little pappy, he was in the kitchen with his mum. Oh, do you know what? I got these potatoes last week and they're already sprouting. I'm going to have to go round to Mr. Anderson and I'm going to have to tell him I'm not having any more of this. I've had quite enough. I'm sick to death of getting soft potatoes, green potatoes and potatoes that sprout too soon. Oh, there's going to be murder. There's going to be skin and hair flying. I'm telling you, little pappy. Oh, it makes me blood boil. I was just looking forward to doing some scouse. And little pappy said, well, I can go. Me and Tony can get you some more potatoes, Mum. No. I want the enjoyment of seeing the look on his face myself. I'll go after, but don't worry. I'll have that scouse ready for when you get home, because I presume you're about to tell me you're going out either on the Barnabas Hill or in the Bomdies where you're not allowed to go anymore because of what happened with Tony falling through the floorboards. And that's that. No, Mum, it's all right. Because what I'm doing is I'm going to go to St. John's Gardens with Tony and Pauline and with Charlotte and Dolores and Baby Lucia. We're going to go to St. John's Gardens. I'm going to go to Dorothy's Cafe to get some of that lovely orange juice that you can't get anywhere else in the world, and a cheese and onion cob. Oh, I wish I could do that, but no. I've got to go and confront the beast from the potato shop. Oh, and you know what? I don't want to be murdered, not on a Saturday. You know what this could mean? This could mean I could miss the beginning of the Western. It's a John Wayne one. I like John Wayne. Right, I'm going to get me coat on. I'll see you later. Oh, okay, Mum, well, we're going to go now. I've got me pocket money and that's that. I'll see you later. And so off he went. And she went, yeah, okay then. And there'll be nice scouse ready with lots of HP sauce. Oh, makes me blood boil. And so off the little pappy went over to Pauline's. And he shouted through the letterbox, Now, Pauline! And Pauline came straight to the door with a bowl of cereal and with the Baby Lucia and her doily cup. And little Pappy went, Baby Lucia, come here with them. Come here with them nice rosy cheeks. I said, I didn't say it about Pappy. It about the doily. And he went, oh yeah, I know. But you finish your dirty cup as quickly as you can. And Pauline, hurry up, because I've had a brilliant idea. And she went, what is it? I'm not playing the blood beast. And he goes, no, it's not the blood beast, Pauline. It's even better than that. We're going to Dorothy's Cafe and we're going to have some orange juice and cobs. And then if we feel like it, only if we feel like it, we go to the art gallery and then the museum. And she went, all right then. But the thing is with the art gallery, little Pappy, we always get thrown out because Tony or someone makes a noise and the security man says, right, you're not here to make a noise. You're here to appreciate the arts. And little Pappy went, is that what he said? And she went, yeah, that's what he said to me. And I was all nice and everything. Right. Right, well, we'll sort them out, won't we? Because you know what? We know everything about that art gallery. I can even tell you, if you turn right, it's the dark old paintings, and if you turn left, it's that marble thing, that marble's half a piece of a statue that's just got a bum. It's a carved bum. And Pauline said, yeah, but close your eye, close your ears, Baby Lucia, because the little papi is being profaned. No, I'm not. It's true. If you turn left, that's where the bum is. And if you turn right, that's where the really old paintings are that are too dark to see anything. Right, okay then, little papi. And he said, well, anyway, Pauline, hurry up. Time is a-ticking. And she went, all right. So Pauline finished her cereal as quickly as she could. And the Baby Lucia finished her Dorothy cups as quickly as she could. And when they were done, Pauline took an empty blue plastic bowl and the Baby Lucia's Dorothy cup with Mickey Mouse on the side that Joe gave her, straight to the kitchen sink. Then when she was done, she came straight back to the front door and she said, right, little papi, I'm ready. And he went, all right, let's go and get Tony. So they went over to Tony's and the little papi knocked at the door and shouted through the letterbox. Now, Tony! And Baby Lucia knocked out. Nee, nee. And then Tony came to the front door with a nice jam butty for himself and a little heart-shaped jam butty for the Baby Lucia. And he went, hello. I'm so glad you knocked. I was starting to worry. I started to think you all had the measles and you couldn't play out. And little Papi said, none of us have got the measles. And Tony said, yeah, but my mum said it's going round and you've got to be careful. And then Pauline said, going round where? And Tony said, it's in our street, because, you know, Mrs. Murphy's got her curtains drawn. And Pauline went, yeah, well, she's always got her curtains drawn when she's got something that all the rest of us can catch. So let's not go to Mrs. Murphy's, not even on bonfire night. And little Papi said, well, that's ages away. And Tony said, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can't be too careful. Right, there you go, Baby Lucia. And Baby Lucia went, and then Baby Lucia finished her jam butty as quickly as she could. And Tony finished his jam butty as quickly as he could. And when he was done, he left some jam on one cheek and no jam on the other, which meant that he was ready. And then the Baby Lucia jumped up and sucked the rest of the jam off Tony's cheek. And Tony went, oh, I feel cleansed. And little Papi said, that's good, Tony, that's great, that. It really is. But here's the thing. We're going to Dorothy's cafe to get some orange juice and cheese and onion cobs, and then we're going to go to the art gallery, and then when we've been to the art gallery, we're going to go straight over to the museum. And Tony went, oh, brilliant, we haven't been for ages. And little Papi said, that's right. And so he said, right, let's go and get Charlotte and Dolores. And so they went over to Charlotte's, to Dolores's place, where she was standing on the doorstep with Charlotte. Hello, girls. And he went, oh, little Papi. Little Papi. And so he said, right, here's the thing. We're going down to Dorothy's cafe to go, oh, you look really nice in them clothes. And Charlotte said, thank you for noticing. But these are brand new, aren't they, Dolores? And Dolores went, yeah, they are. Guess where my mum went? My mum went to Blackley's and she got us some nice, really, really nice new clothes. And then Charlotte went, oh, yeah, and look. And see, it's all lacy on the bottom bit. And Pauline said, oh, they're lovely. I wish I could get some of them. And Dolores said, I'll lend you mine when I've worn it out. And Pauline said, oh, great, thank you. So little Papi said, right, okay then. And Tony went, just a minute, just 1 minute. The skirt with the lacy bit on, didn't you have that on Easter last year? And Charlotte went, no, I didn't. And that's a fib. It's a fib. This is the first time I've worn it, isn't it? Isn't it, Dolores? Dolores said, yeah, of course it is. And don't be impertinent, Tony. We're ladies. And he went, right, okay, all right. So Little Papi said, right, come on. We're all going to St. John's Gardens, but first we're going to go to Dorothy's Cafe and we're going to get some orange juice and a nice cheese cob. And then we'll eat the orange juice, have the orange juice and eat the cobs, and then over to the art gallery and then the museum. And Charlotte went, I love the art gallery and I love Dorothy's Cafe. She's a nice person. And he went, right, okay then. So Little Papi said, right, come on, let's get going. And you know what? I've got enough money for everyone to have curly cream and jelly. And he goes, okay. And so off they went up to the bus stop. And then they went into Cousins and then they got a nice raspberry jelly with curly cream. And because the bus took ages, they all managed to eat their curly cream and jelly long before the bus got there. And I was, where's the bus? And Tony said, I don't know, maybe one of them's got the measles off Mrs. Murphy. And Pauline said, stop going on about it, Tony. None of us have got the measles, have we? And he went, no, we're not. We haven't got it. Only dirty people get the measles. And Tony said, I had the measles and I'm not dirty. And he went, So I'm just going to move everyone over there because I've got to drag the bus over. And here's the bus. It says, no standing, because this is the bus. And so everyone gets on the bus. And then Tony said, right, everyone upstairs. And Pauline said, I don't think I'm allowed to go upstairs. And he went, doesn't matter, everyone upstairs. So they all go upstairs. All go upstairs on the bus. Get everyone in. And there they are, all on the bus. And the Little Papi's the last one to follow him up the stairs. And so there they are. And so then, they were all on the bus. And then the Little Papi said, right, what you've got to do is you've got to stand up all the way the minute he rings the bell. And Pauline went, oh, okay then. And so they heard the conductor ring the bell. Ding, ding. And Little Papi said, right, everyone stand up. Nobody is allowed to sit down. And then Charlotte said, why? And he said, because that's the fun, and you can't hold on to anything. and then Tony turned around and went, yeah, that's right, there's no touching the windows or nothing. You can't touch the seats, and no crying. And Dolores said, none of us cry. And Tony said, it'll make you cry when we get to Scotland Road, because that's where it gets really bumpy, and there's no holding on to each other or nothing. So as the bus started going, Baby Lucia was all excited. Yay, yay, on the bus, 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 on the bus. And then the Papi said, right, we're coming up to the rotunda, just a minute. And then the bus started shaking. And Tony said, don't forget, there's no touching anyone. And then Little Papi said, Baby Lucia, you're all right. You can hold on to Pauline if you want to. I said, I'll be to you, baby. And straight away she grabbed hold of Pauline. And Tony said, right, come on, right. It's going to jump any minute now. And you've got to stay on your feet. It's coming. And everyone's going, ooh, ah. And then suddenly the bus jumped. And Pauline said, I'm still standing. And Tony said, yeah, but I can see your fingers nearly touching the bar. Take them away. And Pauline said, I've tucked them away. And he went, no, further away from the bar. And Pauline said, right, okay then. And Charlotte said, I nearly fell. And Little Papi said, yeah, that's all right. Nearly falling isn't counted. But if you fall on the floor, you're not in the gang anymore, Charlotte. And Charlotte said, I won't fall on the floor. And then she went over to Dolores. Dolores, can I just put my shoulder by your shoulder? And Dolores went, of course you can. Now, shh. And so they went up like that. And Baby Lucia went, I'll be seeing my daughter, boy. And then Tony went, right, come on. You got to stand, no touching, nothing. And then suddenly, one of the passengers at the back of the bus said, "Hey, behave yourselves up there." And Tony went, "What?" He went, "I told you, behave yourselves or I'm going to get you thrown off the bus." And Tony said, we're behaving ourselves, mister. We can't sit on the seats here because they've all got chewy on them. And the man went, "Right, all right then." And Little Papi went, "Tony." He went, "What?" He went, "There's no chewy on the seats." And Tony went, "Shh. Of course there is." And Tony went, "Oh yeah, loads. That's why we have to stand, isn't it, Tony?" And Tony went, "Correct." Like, come on. And then Pauline said, "Little Papi, Tony looks like he's nearly going to cry." And Little Papi said, "What are you talking about nearly going to cry? I'm not nearly going to cry. I've just got a slight cold. That's all." And then Dolores went, "You got the measles." And so they carried on. They carried on all the way. And Little Papi said, "Can you hear that fella coughing at the back?" And Tony went, "Yeah, he's got the measles." And so they carried on going. And then the bus got to St. John's Gardens, and Little Papi said, "Right, you all made it. It's victory. And that's it now. It was day of the bus and you all completed the test. Right, let's go to Dorothy's cafe." So they all got off the bus. One by one. And then as they were coming down the stairs, the conductor said, "Was that you lot making a racket up there?" And the Little Papi said, "No, that wasn't us. It was some other kid who got off the bus when you wasn't looking." And they went, "All right then." So Pauline said, "Right, everyone to Dorothy's. And Baby Lucia, you got to hold my hand when we're crossing the road." And she said, "Oh, my dear, Pauline, and she in Doris, and she in Dolores." And Pauline said, "Right, Charlotte, Dolores, you've all got to hold hands too." And Tony said, "I'm not holding a Little Papi's hand. I've been here loads of times." Little Papi said, "Nobody said you've got to hold anyone's hand, Tony, because you're the oldest. You're the one with sense." And he went, "That's right, I am." And so they all went to Dorothy's cafe. And Pauline went, "Oh, I love it in here. And I love the orange juice machine." And Tony said, "Yeah, see those two oranges that are going round in circles in the orange juice?" And Pauline went, "Yeah." And he went, They're made of plastic. They're not real oranges." And Pauline said, "I know that. I'm not a child." And Dolores said, "Well, I didn't." And Dorothy went, "Hello, everyone. Oh, how's your mother, Little Papi?" And Little Papi went, "Oh, it's been terrible, Dorothy. Me mum got some potatoes from the shop, and they were she'd only had them a week, and they were already sprouting." And Dorothy said, "Oh, that's disgusting." And she went, "Yeah, it is." And she said, "Just for that, I'm going to give you all your orange juice for nothing." And Little Papi said, "Oh, thank you, Dorothy. Thank you so much." So Dorothy gave them all a little cup of orange juice each. And then she started making the cheese and onion cobs. And Tony said, "Dorothy, are the cobs dead fresh?" And Dorothy said, "Of course they are. They were fresh in this morning. They're nice and crusty." And he went, "Oh, brilliant." And so Dorothy gave them the cheese and onion cobs and the orange juice, and Little Papi paid for the cobs. And then Dorothy said, "Are you paying for this out of your pocket money, Little Papi?" And he went, "Yeah." And she went, "You know what? I'll tell you what. It's me birthday next month. And so I'm going to let you have the cheese cobs because your mum's been really good to me. And that's that. But don't make a habit of it. Kindness comes in waves." And he went, "All right then. Thank you, Dorothy." So she gave them all their crusty cheese and onion cobs and orange juice for nothing. And then Pauline said, "Right, to St. John's Gardens." And then as they were leaving, Dorothy said, "Mind the traffic." And they went, "Okay." And so they all made their way to St. John's Gardens. And they were all sitting on their benches and eating their crusty cobs. And then Baby Lucia went, "Oh, Pauline, Obiti on the nunion. Obiti the nunion. And Pauline said, I'll take the nunion out. And so, because Baby Lucia didn't like onions, and so Pauline took them out. And Tony said, I'll have that. And so Pauline took the onions out of Baby Lucia's crusty cob and gave it to Tony. And he went, oh, great. I love onions. The more the merrier. And Dolores said, I don't mind onions. I just don't like it if there's too much butter on the cob. And Pauline said, nah, Dorothy knows what she's doing. She never puts too much butter on. And she never puts too much or nothing on, except the cheese. And I said, okay. So they all sat down on the bench, talking about cheese and onion cobs and orange juice and curly jelly creams. And all about their victory on the bus. And then Pauline said, right, the art gallery. So off they went to the art gallery. 2 by 2. And when they got in through the doors, Little Papi said, right, you've got to behave yourself in here because the security guards are really horrible. And Pauline said, you're dead right they are. And then Little Papi said, tell me which one it was that said that horrible thing to you, Pauline. And she went, they all say horrible things, Little Papi. And then Tony goes, yeah, okay then, shh. At least let's get in half of the stuff before we get thrown out. And Little Papi said, okay, that's a good idea. So they were looking around, and Little Papi said, see, I told you, there's that bum. And Tony went, where? And he went, there. Ah, I wonder what happened to the rest of it. And Pauline said, that's the thing. It wasn't meant to have a rest. It wasn't meant to have a top part of the body with arms and legs or a head. And Little Papi said, right, I wonder why it's here. Little Papi said, because it's from the Roman times. And then Charlotte said, it can't be from the Roman times, because if it was, it would be in a glass case. And Tony said, that's right, yeah, that's what they said in school. Little Papi said, okay, then it must be just after the Roman times then. Not enough to go in a glass case. And Charlotte said, that's right. And Dolores said, okay, let's go and see the dark old paintings. And so they went in there. And then Dolores said, oh, look, it says this one's by, what's his name? And Tony said, I don't know, but see what it's called? It's called La Guitarra. And Pauline said, Tony, it's a guitar in the dark. So the guitar, that's what it says. And Little Papi said, that's right, Pauline. See, I told you, Tony. Ah, you have an abundance of common sense, Pauline. And Tony said, you said before that I was the one with sense. And he said, yeah, but not in the art gallery, Tony. And so they all looked round the paintings, and Dolores said, do you know what? Isn't it boring in here? And Tony went, it's not boring. This is the art gallery for the pleasure of the eyes of the people of Liverpool. I said, yeah, but it's still boring. The Papi said, it's all right, Dolores. We're going to the Muey next. And then Pauline said, you means the museum? And Dolores said, that's right. And so they all looked around at the paintings. And then Charlotte went, oh, look at this one. Look at it. It's, like that colour. It's red and blue and is that yellow? And Tony said, it's a bit like light brown. And then Dolores said, no, it's yellow. And Pauline said, right, it's yellow, Tony. And Tony said, yeah, but it still looks a bit brown. Pauline went, it's because it's old. When you get a painting 2,000 years old like that one, the yellow goes brown, doesn't it? And he went, why would it go brown? Because of the heat. When that was first painted in the caves and they put it in the frame, it was cold. And now it's got here 2,000 years later and it's gone brown because it's too warm. And so he went, oh, right. And then is that why the other ones go dark? And Little Papi said, no, they go dark because they didn't have electricity when they were painted. And Tony went, right, okay. The end. Now, did you like that little story, little Pete? And would you like to be all snuggled up with the mammy and with Pauline and Tony and Dolores and Charlotte and Baby Lucia and little Joni and Marvin and Al and be all snuggled up to watch the story of the Little Papi and Day of the Bus? Then that's what we will do. Now, let's give our beautiful, precious mammy a nice love and a hug and a kiss. Come on, Dolores. Come on, Charlotte. Come on, Tony. Come on, Baby Lucia. I'm in the Dorothy. No, I know you haven't got your Dorothy cup, but it's still okay. Yay! Come on, Pauline. Right. Now, let's all get nice and snuggled up so that we can say night-night